The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you. It gets easier.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Waldo from Rockentry. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today we're gonna go over a certain technique, and it is called the rock over. And we're gonna be using this technique in this project here. Now, before we get started, I want to share you guys my thought process on how I climb a project. This is gonna be very helpful for you guys, so make sure you watch till the end. All right, let's do this. Okay, now looking at this problem here, it looks fairly straightforward. There's no crimps, just a couple of holes, and it's pretty straightforward. The first thing that I think about is breaking it down into sections. Now, the first thing I do is break it down into the bottom section and having a checkpoint. So my checkpoint is to go from here to here. And once I get in this checkpoint, then I think about the top portion, going from here to the top, and that's the entire sand. All right, so let's work at the bottom portion. Let's just focus at the bottom portion. This is pretty much how I work. Now, it's a two-hand start, but there's no foot chips, no footholds below it. There's nothing. So this lets me know off the bat that I have to reach out to this foothold here. So it makes it really obvious. And the first move is to go right hand to this hold here, like so. Once again, as I mentioned, my goal is to get to this point here of the project. In this section here, now I got it down. I have a good start. Now this section, I know I'm gonna have to rock over at this point, but I can try to rock over, but most of my work is gonna happen on my right hand. So what I wanna do is bring my left hand to this hold. I wanna match before I rock over. Now, in order to bring my left hand to this hold for a match, I have to adjust before I do that. And this is what I do. Now that might look complicated, but that adjustment really helps me set up to the next hold. And this is what I do. The first thing that I do is bring my hips as close as I can to this hold by smearing high with my right foot. So notice my center of gravity, I brought it all the way up here. So it makes it really easy for me to bring my left hand over for the match, like so. Now next, you guys, it's the rock over. It's this technique that's used a lot when climbing, and I'm gonna share with you guys how to do this. Now, the best way to think of it is have a goal. What is my goal with the rock over? Why am I doing this? And the goal is to bring your center of gravity from this point up to this point here, which is above this foothold here. That's the goal. So what is it that you have to do in order to accomplish that? That's how you have to think of it. So in order to do that, this is what you gotta do. You gotta pull with your hands and press with your smear on your left foot. This way you rock over your hips. I'm physically bringing my hips over. I'm rocking over my hips as I'm doing this. Now there's another small detail that's happening, and it's making this a lot easier. And that is this smear here with my left foot. If it's not for that, this would not be as smooth as it is. Now before we move forward, you guys, I want to share with you guys a different beta getting to this point here. And this is because it's preference at this point, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just the best way you feel, or the strongest way you feel of doing it. So whichever you prefer. And this beta here is flagging out with your left foot. what I'm doing here, it's a similar concept. I'm bringing in my center of gravity up as close to this hold as possible. So I'm just flagging out with my left foot, and this helps me release my left hand so I can match this hold here. Now what's great about this beta, it's a really nice flow. As you can see here, after I'm done here, I continue. Again, it's just preference at this point. Okay, now about the rockover, you guys. The rockover could be possible with a heel or a toe. It all depends on the type of climb. In this case, I prefer the heel, and I'm gonna share with you guys why I prefer the heel over the toe. Now on the left side, as you could see, using my toe, I can already feel a struggle. And this is because the toe is actually stopping me from rocking over my hips. So as you could tell, my hip stops here, and I want to get it above the hold. I want to sit on it. But the foot stops me from doing that. So what I end up doing, I'm pulling, and my foot shifts. So I'm shifting my foot. So it's not efficient. It's definitely not efficient. Now on the right side, using my heel, you can see how smooth it is, and that's because it makes it so easy to rock over. So notice my hips, it goes from this point to this point without stopping and without trying to pull. All right, now we're done with the first half of the climb, and we're in a position where I can sit here all day. This is a really good spot to be because I'm literally sitting on top of this foothold here. For the next move, for the reach, what I do is bring a high smear with my left foot, and I press down with my feet so I can reach over to the next hold. All right, now we're at the top. Now looking at that hold and in the position I am, I can tell there's no way I can do this static. So I just go for it, a dynamic move. If you find this useful or helpful in any way, please do hit that like button. It lets me know you're enjoying the content and you're actually learning, because that is my goal, you guys. I want to help you guys become a better climber. Also, if you haven't yet, subscribe so you can get more climbing tip videos just like this. Love you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.